updates in the ongoing WNBA CBA negotiations, and there is a brand new wrinkle to the storyline as it's been reported that there is a Saudi-backed basketball league that will be kicking off next season, and this could truly change everything.
Hey, is this enough to entice Caitlin Clark? $20 million deal, 30, 40, $50 million deals.
Saudi capital is targeting basketball, and the WNBA seems unaware of what's about to hit them. A new Saudi-backed league is on the verge of its debut, and the timing is disastrous. The WNBA is mired in difficult CBA negotiations. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert appears flustered, and Adam Silver looks less like a leader and more like a handler. Concurrently, the league's biggest star, Caitlin Clark, saw her 2025 season end prematurely due to a series of injuries, left quad right groin and a left ankle bone bruise, eroding fan confidence in the league's leadership. The player who single-handedly filled stadiums is sidelined, and the only response from the top was silence until public outcry became deafening. This new venture is named Project B, essentially the LEV golf equivalent for basketball. It boasts immense financial backing, international tournaments, private travel, and offers that could revolutionize the sport instantly. As Engelbert discusses league growth, foreign investors are creating a tangible product elite athletes will flock to. This is more than an off-season tournament. It's a strategic takeover launched when the WNBA is most vulnerable. Its top player is injured, fans are disgruntled, and its leadership is merely reactionary. Player agents are fielding offers, athletes are intrigued, and entities with boundless funds are poised to relegate the WNBA to a developmental league. We'll examine the masterminds behind this, its threat to the WNBA, how Clark's injury revealed systemic issues, and why Engelbert and Silver are now under immense pressure. Project B is the name sending shockwaves through women's basketball. This is a Saudi-backed global league that's been in development for 2 years, established by prominent figures in tech and venture capital. The plan involves 6 teams of 11 players competing in 7 two-week tournaments spanning Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Picture an international tour with Olympic-quality production value happening every few weeks, designed exclusively for top-tier women's basketball. They've appointed former WNBA star Elena Beard as chief basketball officer, someone who genuinely grasps what players require. A roster of high-profile sports advisors is also on board. Their mission is straightforward: provide first-class travel, top-notch facilities, and salaries that dwarf what the WNBA can offer. The timing is crucial. Since the league operates during the WNBA's off-season, players could theoretically participate in both. But realistically, why would an athlete earning an 8-figure salary with luxury treatment and less stress rush back to a league still arguing over fundamental travel logistics and leaving its star player uninformed about her own recovery? Cathy Engelbert might be in a state of denial, but this threat is larger than expansion teams or official statements. It is about who is in control. It is about who truly values the players. Project B's message to the WNBA is clear: if you refuse to treat your stars properly, we will. This is the inescapable reality for Engelbert. With the WNBA's reputation damaged by the handling of Clark's injury, the opportunity is ripe for a new entity to manage women's basketball with the professionalism it has long deserved. This playbook is familiar. When Saudi money gets involved in a sport, the landscape shifts dramatically. In golf, LAV didn't ask for respect, it purchased it, compelling the PGA to increase its payouts. In soccer, massive contracts redefine salary expectations and media focus. The same pattern is seen in MMA, boxing, and motorsport. The strategy is to create high-end events, compensate stars appropriately, disregard immediate profits, and secure long-term dominance through prestige and size. Now let's apply this to women's basketball. The WNBA continues to struggle for respectable broadcast time. In contrast, Saudi organizers are creating events with the feel of a world championship every time. They don't cut corners on production quality. They don't navigate layers of bureaucracy to charter a plane. They simply execute. Cathy Engelbert speaks of a sustainable future, while that future is being built overseas with direct investment and venue bookings. She is crafting presentations. They are creating an entire ecosystem. Their goal isn't just advertising revenue, it's to control the narrative, and their competitive aim is always to be number one. Therefore, when a Saudi-funded league tables a $10 to $50 million single-season offer for a WNBA MVP, the inevitability isn't if a player will accept, it's who will be the first and how many will join her. This is the power that Engelbert and Silver have conceded through slow action, low pay, and a reliance on rhetoric over a concrete plan. The reality is straightforward. The WNBA views money as an obstacle. The Saudis see it as the answer. Let's be direct about this. Compensation is the ultimate motivator. A typical WNBA salary is in the low to mid six-figure range. The top earners make less than some NBA assistant coaches. These same athletes sell out venues, boost TV ratings, and are the faces of major marketing efforts. The compensation doesn't align with the value they generate. Cathy Engelbert touts league growth. If that's true, why isn't it reflected in player salaries? The league secured external funding in 2022, yet this didn't materially change the circumstances for the stars expected to shoulder the league's success. Players recognize when progress is just a new social media campaign, instead of a pay increase. Contrast this with a global league promising private jets, premium amenities, and exponentially more money. A tenfold salary increase isn't just a benefit, it's a life-altering choice. It covers home payments, supports families, funds charitable work, and launches future enterprises. It provides wellness, time, and financial safety. It's a statement of an athlete's worth. The WNBA's issue isn't financial, it's a failure of leadership. If you genuinely value your star players, you safeguard them, feature them, and compensate them fairly. If you fail to do so, a wealthier competitor will. This isn't disloyalty, it's a market adjustment for a flawed system. The Saudis haven't created this disparity. They've merely highlighted its vastness and demonstrated how quickly it can be rectified when decision-makers prioritize the athletes over the bottom line. Just as Project B gains momentum, the WNBA enters a perilous CBA negotiation. The players are demanding a true revenue-sharing model, not static figures that fail to grow with the league. They are asking for contemporary travel standards, professional-grade facilities, and a proactive league office. In response, as the opt-out deadline nears and tensions escalate, the leadership simply expresses confidence. Confident in what? In alienating the players? Then came the mismanagement of the Clark injury update. She played only 13 games, with her last appearance in mid-July. A series of subsequent injuries, quad, groin, and a bone bruise, led to her season being officially ended, leaving fans incensed by the protracted lack of transparency. This situation validated the deepest concern. The W talks a great game but fails to protect the very star essential to its survival. This is a dream scenario for the Saudi organizers. A competing league having a public meltdown, with skeptical players, irate fans, and a front office struggling to maintain appearances. The situation is dire. This is not a mere public relations issue. It's a catastrophic failure of management that provides competitors with the perfect recruitment slogan. Join us where you'll be safe, respected, and well paid. If Engelbert cannot secure a CBA that the players believe in, is she protecting the brand or just the budget? Because if fiscal conservatism continues to take precedence, the brand will forfeit all its value. Basketball is a worldwide sport. The WNBA's focus remains domestic. Project B is designed as a global tour. Paris this month, Singapore the next, then Sao Paulo. 7 high-end tournaments provide 7 opportunities to engage new markets with the world's best female players. These are positioned as major events, not just broadcast fillers. The WNBA has been building awareness in a select few American cities. Project B is targeting audiences on multiple continents. This approach attracts different sponsors, larger site fees, destination tourism, and significant media coverage. It also accelerates the process of turning stars into global icons. Imagine Caitlin Clark in Paris, Aja Wilson in Singapore, or Angel Reese in Dubai. That isn't just a marketing concept, it's a strategy for growth. While Engelbert discusses fan engagement, her rivals are actively buying it. They invest in production value, prestigious venues, festival-like atmospheres, and the logistical support that makes professionals feel valued. This transforms the perception of the game for players, partners, and fans alike. After 27 years, the WNBA had the chance to create this. It failed to do so. Now another entity will. equipped with the funding, the schedule, and the platform to present the product in a way the talent merits. By going truly global, players don't just earn more, they can become bigger than their original league. This is the true danger for the WNBA. Losing not just its athletes, but its cultural authority over the sport. Caitlin Clark's 2025 season is over, and this may be the event that finally reveals the deep flaws within the WNBA. Following a series of injuries, first the left quad, then the right groin, and a bone bruise in her ankle, Clark was sidelined for the remainder of the season. She made the announcement herself, thanking her supporters and admitting her disappointment was immense. Her goal was to finish the season on a high note, but the organization delayed for weeks before confirming what was widely suspected. She would not be returning. The fans feel let down. They filled arenas, sustained television ratings, and relied on the league to safeguard its top star. Instead, the lack of communication from both the Indiana front office and WNBA leadership only intensified the frustration. Reports from insiders suggest the team was aware of the situation much earlier, but remained silent to maintain viewership. In just 13 games, Clark averaged 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Figures that pointed toward a historic rookie season before the constant physical toll became too much. She endured more hard fouls than any rookie should have, with little intervention from the official. Now questions are being raised about how many more players will be worn down before changes are made. And if the league cannot protect Caitlin Clark, its primary attraction and biggest marketing asset, why would she come back when another league offers world-class care in a $50 million contract? Adam Silver is now getting involved, not out of passion, but out of panic. The NBA has a significant financial interest in the WNBA, a Saudi-backed super league that offers superior production, pay, and player protection. Doesn't just put the WNBA to shame, it reflects poorly on the entire NBA brand. This explains the sudden push for global partnerships and branding initiatives in places like Abu Dhabi, an attempt to counteract the approaching threat. But let's be honest, if women's basketball were a true priority for the NBA, the WNBA wouldn't still be fighting for basic necessity. You don't start forming alliances when a wealthy competitor is already at your door. You build a robust platform before your stars begin looking for other options. Silver's brand is one of progressivism, yet his actions are reactive. He is playing defense, not offense. Meanwhile, Engelbert's team is busy crafting statements about momentum, while players and fans are anxiously monitoring injury reports. You can't expect athletes to carry a league with inadequate resources and then act surprised when a fully funded alternative emerges. The market is exposing the league's bluff. It was inevitable. The Saudis don't have to win a debate. They simply need to transfer the money and ensure the flights are on schedule. If that occurs, no amount of reassuring press conferences will prevent stars from seeking out what genuine support looks and feels like. It's about more than just money, though. The money is significant. It's also about professionals demand professional working conditions, charter flights, sensible scheduling, elite trainers, and a league that stands behind its promise of support. They seek to be valued, not just used for marketing. They require transparency regarding injuries, not a prolonged period of uncertainty. They need officials who can distinguish between aggressive and dangerous play, not ones who look away while star players are repeatedly fouled. Project B presents a clear alternative: fewer games, larger salaries, top-tier medical care, and a global tour experience that can build a brand instantly. The WNBA's response is, we're addressing it. That isn't a competitive stance, it's a surrender. Loyalty is important, but loyalty without mutual commitment is a dead end. An athlete's prime is brief and must be protected. When your body is your livelihood, you align with the environment that invests in you. This is the mindset of a seasoned professional, and rightly so. Cathy Engelbert can speak about her vision, but players will ultimately follow the infrastructure and the income. Adam Silver can talk about his support, but players will gravitate towards safety and scale. If those are offered elsewhere, the choice becomes simple and is made quickly. You cannot claim to be a league of empowerment if you ask your top talent to settle for less than what their performance and influence have earned them. Empowerment should be a line item in the budget, not a slogan. Clark's injury didn't just cut a season short, it exposed all the issues the WNBA has been trying to conceal. Attendance dropped the instant she was injured. National media attention waned almost immediately. The league's supposed golden year turned into another stark reminder of its inability to protect its own stars or maintain transparency with its fan base. The Fever were aware of the severity of her injury, yet the official announcement was delayed for weeks, fostering a sense of mistrust that extended all the way to the league's highest office. On sports talk shows and podcasts, a single question is being repeatedly asked: was Caitlin Clark overworked and pushed too soon? Every game's marketing centered around her. Every camera was trained on her, and yet when the on-court physicality became excessive, the league's leadership did nothing. The players' own frustrations, the media's lack of inquiry, and the front office's indecisiveness created a perfect storm of failure. Now Saudi investors are observing this entire spectacle. They perceive a league where internal conflicts and poor management consistently make headlines. All they need to do is offer a safer playing environment, global visibility, and a superstar's salary. If they follow through, they won't just draw in the players. They will also attract the fans who have grown disillusioned with the WNBA. The situation is clear. When the very player who has been carrying your league is unable to complete a season due to injury and the official response is damage control instead of taking responsibility, your league is already in a state of decline. And Cathy Engelbert still believes a new marketing campaign is the solution. This isn't a story about Saudi Arabia poaching talent. It is a story about the WNBA losing its footing, its credibility, and its stars due to its own repeated missteps. For years, players were asked to make sacrifices in the present for the future prosperity of the league. That future has now come. The financial rewards did not. The necessary protections did not. The transparency did not. Then, in a single summer, the most valuable rookie in the league's history was worn down, and information about her status was withheld. That is not a minor error, it is a symptom of a larger disease. Project B serves as a reflection. It demonstrates what genuine investment looks like and how rapidly the landscape can change when the athletes, not the presentations, are made the top priority. If the WNBA wishes to retain its stars, it needs to take immediate action, implement a scalable revenue-sharing model, adopt player-centric operations, establish real medical and travel standards, and enforce accountability. Without these changes, the top-tier players will find a simpler choice, a safer, more lucrative, and bigger platform elsewhere. So the ultimate question for the WNBA, which must be answered with actions, not words, is this: are you prepared to pay and protect your athletes as if they are your most valuable asset? If the answer is yes, then fix the problems now. If it's no, don't act surprised when the very best talent explores a league that already operates on that principle. Because when billionaires recognize an opportunity and the existing leadership only offers excuses, the game doesn't stop. It simply moves to a new location. If you were that star, recovering from a grueling season, and were offered a clean slate, first-class support, and $50 million, which would you choose?